Okay, thank you. Start now.
Yeah, it's recording.
Okay. Okay, I will
So
try.
what is this?
Is the my father and mother are wedding, or some from a picture, or for maybe after or before the wedding. I don't know. And let's read the green
Hmm.
side is my mother's side, and the red is my father's side. The number
Okay.
seven, the number seven is my grandfather.
Uh-huh.
My grandfather for me is the father, grandfather, father. The number eight is the brother of my father, and the number nine is the wife of my uncle.
Hmm.
I will just try to pick slowly the. Okay, yes, and number 10 is the sister of my brother. We'll just try to pick the general idea of their maybe life thing they try to come to bring to the like
Uh-huh.
experience. Or I know my grandfather, number five, don't have really much education.
Hmm.
He cannot read, he cannot write, he's just able to
Hmm.
sign with an X. Uh,
Wow.
Number seven is his father is probably be not necessarily easy man to live with.
Yeah, doesn't
Uh,
look like it.
and my grandfather, number five, I think, I'm not sure is exact, but I think he born in the, like they live in the forest in some way. They like live in not a log house, but it's
Hmm.
almost like a chicken house. No? Not really easy life. I know my father, the number seven great grandfather, built a temporary house with almost only one layer of woods,
Hmm.
and it was really hard for the family to live in that.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, the grandmother number six is I think she didn't know his parent. I think she just live in adopted or some, I don't know if the real name for that, the real word for that. She
Hmm.
didn't know his parents. She been
Hmm.
educated, I think, by his aunt, something like that.
Hmm.
And yeah, I tried just to pick maybe a few information about their
Yeah, sure.
to understand the influence of our life,
Hmm.
um, something like that.
Sure. Sounds good. We can do that. Interesting. This number seven looks like a uh he looks like a gunslinger.
What? How you said it?
A gunslinger.
Okay,
Yeah, has a gun, shoots people.
okay,
That's what it looks like.
okay.
That's number seven.
I don't know if what you can pick like this when you need to channel directly my yourself.
Yeah, so I can bring in. Yeah, I can. You want to start with them, or what do you want to do? Or
You can start with the number seven if you wish. I will not try to put too much time on that too, but just have general idea of maybe lifestyle or what they try to bring, something like that.
okay, let me bring in somebody in
Yeah,
particular, or
yeah, you can try the number seven. Maybe you have a better view of thing. Maybe.
me to channel him, number seven, or
Yeah,
channel somebody like
yeah.
Prime Credit or somebody that's not all messed up. So,
Uh, you can, but you can try with maybe which of them are probably able to give the better point of view. Maybe
okay.
one will just jump in more easily to.
But it feels like it feels like the Prime Credit can do better than like when Prime Credit connected to them. Probably easier to.
Do you feel this number seven are still uh, working on himself to unblock many things? You have a lot of shit on him still.
Yeah, he's got a lot of shit going on.
Okay, we'll try
I mean, I
that.
can bring it. Even you want to go through each person, right?
Uh,
Or
maybe I try with Prime. We'll see what come out with that.
yeah, if you want to go through Prime for first, just to get like a scan of each person,
Yeah, we'll try to
and
get
then channel one of the people.
yeah, to see what is it, to understand
Okay,
the family problem or something like that. No?
sounds good. We can do that. Okay, that'd be easier because it feels like it's kind of heavy, at least with 7, and it'd be easier just to do Prime real quick, run through them, and then one that you want to pull in, we'll go through there. So okay,
Uh, I'm sure to be sure
guess
you will not, to
that's
be
the
sure
vibe I get. That would be the best. So okay, all right,
to be
sounds
sure
good.
to be sure you will not shoot your cat.
No, no cat here. So no, he's freaking sleeping. So, okay, all right, here we go. Blessings. All right,
Thanks, Ivan.
all right. Grace is prime career blessing seal.
Nice, Prime. What kind of information you can bring about family
Yes.
maybe energy they bring or they try to resolve or something like that?
Yeah. Overall, it's the family lineage seems more Pleiadian. Now we'll just go by your mother's side
Mm-hmm.
is more reptilian like in some regard, not entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Your father's side is actually more Arcturian. Um, but the reptilian side of your mother's family is more of like it's not really your mother, it's more of your your grandfather and grandmother, more of them.
Mm-hmm.
But if you like, you want us to go one by one. It's up to
Uh,
you.
yeah, you can try to pick a general idea or their
Okay.
maybe
Yes.
difficulty or that bring
No.
to they transfer to us in some way.
Well, yes. The number. We'll just go by the numbers. It'll be easier for us to.
Yeah.
So she is a Palladian princess in her previous lifetimes. She came here to heal a lot of the reptilian energies of the earth to bring. Now her husband is more of a reptilian. Number 2 is more like a reptilian vibration. He has been in cages, captured many times. She's usually the one letting him out. She's one that's always seemed to have a thing for him, no matter what form he chose. so, so with her, she's also connected to a deer, fawn. She's elemental, but she's usually the a very positive vibration. She's been an elf princess also in a previous lifetime. Now, number 2, he's been kind of grumpy, kind of and he's had positive connections, but he's more from reptilian Nordic energy, kind of mind control at one time or control of others. Kind of arrogant at times, but no, mother energy. She's more of a Palladian princess once again. So they do come from a royalty vibration. I see her around lava, so she's been around worlds that have been close to islands with volcanoes. I mean, on this world, island nations around um, volcanoes here, but also in other worlds. She just pushes the envelope a lot, as you probably know. She's connected to the elves. That's probably a stronger connection.
Mhm.
She has Andromedan connections also. Probably elf is the strongest, and elf can be anywhere basically.
Okay.
Father energies number 4 goes into a draconian energy, not necessarily negative. Bird, the carrion race has been a bird being, many bird. Obviously, they both have been birds, but he's been a magician in past life, but I don't think it ever worked out. uh, he's done it, but he's I don't know. I feel like he's lost at the moment wherever he is now. But I would say elf being for him.
Okay.
But he's kind of like a miscellaneous energy. For 5, this is your grandfather, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a wizard, a very prominent being. Yeah, he's just sometimes he goes in for a naive type of realities. He just doesn't always need to know. He goes by his senses. Now he's had a lot of times where he's learned languages pretty easily. He's has a lot of incarnations through France, Belgium, Asia. So that was like one of his harder incarnations actually. But with the reading and writing, sometimes that's not always something he needs. He just the person what matters most, really. He's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna be a decent person, forget everything else. He just has and then he's an elf also.
Yeah, it seemed that is kind of energy as transfer. I have in some way take part of his energy in me, and I
Yeah.
think my brother, the second
Mhm.
older brother is take a lot from him because I look how he live, how he act is almost the same exact shit he doing, and
Yeah.
it's just he don't have much contact with the outside in some way.
Hmm. Yeah, it's just bringing a positive energy. Don't go by all the human stuff. Even sometimes handwriting was like a language. I didn't learn to write, so that's kind of like a program.
Yeah, I
So,
see that. I see that more the
mhm.
how the video or book are
Mhm.
just a like a parasite. You just
Yeah,
something you put on yourself, and then
right.
that's
Yeah,
how you
yeah,
said that modify your point of view or something like that.
right. Yeah, he didn't want to be part of any programs. He just wanted to be himself.
Yeah, I see that more clearly. That's
Hmm.
since one this week I think is
Hmm.
how everything is just a glass a looking glass that modify the what you are, not modify what you are, but how you interact with the outside.
Hmm. Yeah, just he knew how he was. The person that he was most important than anything else. And of course, he had knowledge, of course, but he just didn't have a huge ego either.
Yeah, okay.
So he had a positive influence overall. So number 6, yeah, she was kind of like the family, the father or the household, the what is it, grandmother. She's more of a the head of the household, basically.
Yeah,
She does have a yeah, yes,
the head of the pack.
yeah, it feels that way. She has more masculine energy actually. She's almost like a bear.
I feel that maybe you can tell me that.
Mm,
I feel she is my mother love was more not confident, more she's more comfortable with her than
mhm.
with his mother because I think she's teach to my mother many things that help her in his
Yeah.
life, and I think is can you tell me if my the grandmother mother side the number one, I think she is more the one which lead the family than the grandfather.
Yes. For the number 1, yeah.
I think she control much everything than the grandfather, and
Yeah. She's just more behind the scenes, more quiet about it. Number 6 is like, I'm in charge. Here I am. Bye everyone.
yeah, and the thing I feel is the mother side is more the mind. They are is the more the brain side, and
Mhm.
the father side is more the art side.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, is more the feeling, and the more the body, and my mother is more the mind, is more the how you said that is more the information, if you can say, is more there's
Oh,
more books, something like that.
we're talking about your mother, or who are we talking about?
I mean in the way our the mother side, the family is more the is the the head is more active, is more the main part of their life,
Hmm.
and the father side is more the body, is more the art, is more the sensation, is more. I don't know if you see
Yeah,
what that.
kind of like the bodyguard, you can say, the protector. The mother is more, yeah, usually not always, but in this case, yeah, more the head of the household, the brain of the family, yeah, just the direction. And even if the father was like, "Hey, I'm in charge, look at me," but really it's her in charge. So he's just more, kind of like an illusion of head of the household, but it's really her. But yeah,
Yeah,
he's more of the backbone to keep her do what she wants to do. Or
yeah, I see that
as a family.
in. I see that in. I will put the picture. I see that in this picture. I feel with this picture, she is more the center of the house, and it's
Yes,
just.
right. Yeah, she's the queen, you can say, queen of the household. That's your mother, though.
And what? Okay, you can continue with maybe his brother, number 8.
We got number 7 or number
For
7.
the first picture, if you continue with the first picture, the
That
color,
number 1 or
number 8, the brother of my father.
oh, okay. Oh, I didn't do number 7. Want me to do number 7 or no?
If you have, yeah, continue on, yeah, okay.
Well,
Number,
yeah, that was more like 7 is what Yosemite Sam.
you
It's
said
more like Yosemite, the cartoon.
Sam in the
Hot
cartoon.
headed. No, like in the Bugs Bunny cartoons,
Okay.
it's
The hunter,
Yosemite Sam, the guy with the little guns.
the hunter. Okay. The with the cowboy hat
Yeah,
and
he's like a hothead.
big mustache.
Yeah, he's like a hothead.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like a hothead. Yeah, he's very arrogant. Yeah, his heart's not exactly the best. Well, he grew up really hard. He actually grew up with a lot of mental abuse. That's one of the reasons why he is what he was. So yeah, he barely could survive mentally. He just had to be hardcore due to his environment. So
Okay.
you don't have to go too much deep into that one, but no, you go into number 8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
uncle.
number 8. He's more like a kinder soul. He's more like an angel, actually, reincarnated angel.
Yeah, he died
So
recently, last 2 week ago. He died 2 week ago.
yeah, yeah, he was here to soften the energies of the fem. Even though like your grandmother can be very, at least on your father's side, can be very heavy, strong, and he is around to heal that energy. He's a more masculine, but actually a very feminine energy to himself, to help others cross over in the family line too. So
Okay.
he's like the hidden angel within the family.
Okay.
So his job was done.
Okay. I was when I was young, I really love him really much.
Hmm.
He
Yeah,
was my, yeah.
yeah. He truly cares about everybody. I mean, he's what you see is what he is. He wasn't hiding anything. So if you felt sincere from him, it was very genuine. Yeah.
Okay.
He was he was there a guardian. He was like pretty much like an archangel, a guardian for the family. Just a positive vibration all over. Protector. So you can go to number 9. She has some reptilian energies. She well, I can see she talks a lot. And
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
does.
She talked a lot.
Um, she's from Palladian also, so she's married. She's the type of female that marry a reptilian. She's one of those. She's like, she'd be a beautiful girl, marry this reptilian guy. It's like, what in the world are you doing? So she's big on that type of thing. So she's usually the one to go against the families, like dating like the most craziest thing she can get her hands on just to get back at the family. So if she gets provoked, but overall, she's still healing herself. She has a lot of self love she's working on. She was part of the Naga at one time, serpent beings. But yeah, she's a Palladian, but it's like kind of like a rock. She has been in rock bands in her past lives too, and music bands.
Okay.
So She's like a shadow of her former self, you can say.
No, okay.
Number 10, Palladian angel. In her own way, she was a quieter one, but she was once again a guardian angel of the family to a certain extent. She worked on future timelines, so she's a time traveler.
Okay, she died.
So she's also
She died
Mhm.
almost a few days after his brother. Before I think before his brother.
Yeah. So yeah, I see her timelines, especially in the future. She does a lot of healing work. I actually see her around children healing their energies.
Okay.
So she works in the higher astral all the time. That's why she has that vibration. She's always working the higher astral.
Yeah, she have a tough time. She take care of his daughter. She has
Mm-hmm.
been sick most of time for his diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
And she is when each time almost she die, his daughter die. She has to restart her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she knew there was an afterlife. She was well aware of herself.
Okay.
So, but yes, wanted us to bring in one of these individuals. Is there someone in particular you want us to bring in? Or it's up to you.
No,
You don't have to.
I don't know if I will. That will be enough to
If
understand.
it's necessary.
No, maybe the grandfather if the don't know much the numbers 5 if you don't have too much shit that's trouble the connection.
Yes, number 5.
Yeah.
All right. What is his name? So you can tap into.
Arthur.
Arthur. Okay. Lessons.
Thanks.
Greetings to you.
Hi.
I'm Arthur. Greetings to you. Greetings.
Nice to hear you.
Yes,
You-
I'm pulling energies from the Arcturians. Blessings, yes. Yes, you are fulfilling your mission here. You do work in the astral realm. Not everything is going to be known, of course. I do see you around video games and their creation, which is interesting. Many of the realms that you're working on, uh, Minecraft is one, but you work with other video games. You work with video game creators, is what I see,
okay.
to help them channel those energies, those realities. There's multiple ones, but Bioshock is one. There's others, but you can. That's up to you. It's not that important.
Yeah. Did you have a more personal message you wish to share?
One moment. Well, the family line, yes, is healing. It does have a Native American as an Indian connected. Let's put it that way. As an Indian connection that is unknown, very small, very ancient. Of course, it has a lot of English also, but the Indian is part of your own spiritual connection. Also, your connection with the angels. You see Archangel Raphael around you quite often. So I just see you healing your heart mostly. In this realm, I do see around reptilians a lot, releasing their negativity on it. I do see around some of the elite. I do see around, was it Hillary Clinton? I see you around her sometimes. Seeing what they're up to.
Okay.
So you disguise yourself in astral so they don't know who you are.
Okay.
Oh, Uncle Billy, there you are. It's like, it's like, wait a minute, you're not Uncle Billy.
Uncle Billy. I don't
Something
know.
like that, yeah.
I didn't know this one. I know you have a brother. I don't know if he's still alive.
No. No,
Okay.
they're all gone.
Oh yeah, probably yeah. Well, at yeah, at this time in yeah, they sure they die.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
feel. Yeah, they're not there.
Okay. And what the hard part in your life you try to. Oh yeah, I can say what part of your life you may be hard for you to go through or.
Well, childhood, identity, self identity. What am I going to do with myself here? I spent many years not knowing uh, who I'm going to be, lost. So over time, I realized that when I got older, I felt kind of neglected from this world. I just didn't feel like I could fit in. So I did everything in my power to survive through family. Family helped me through a lot. But I did feel more comfortable with business and my passions finally. But it took me a long time to find those passions. Nothing worked in the beginning.
What have been your passion?
Passions out of the work that I did here. No
Okay.
longer connected to those energies anymore, though.
Wood cutting is your passion or?
Well, the passions I had during life, some of it was woodworking.
I know you
Here
are
we go.
most. I think for me, what the few thing I know is you always just cut the wood, and for me, just that you have
Yes.
put everywhere around the house, and
Yeah. Woodworking and religion was a part of me too. I'm trying to understand it, and I never really understood it.
so does it. It could be possible your difficulty to be in business was something I got from you. That's why I'm not. It's not something I tried in this life at this
Yes.
moment. I just picked that in your energy.
Well, yeah, you connected to my energy because you'd rather, yeah, you chose who you want to be more like, um, more at peace with yourself.
I
So,
I think I pick more energy from uh, farther side than the well, it's hard to say that sometimes I try to I felt I pick both side of the family energy, but I think the father side your side is more take much more place than the my mother side energy.
yeah, the mother side energy doesn't seem, yeah, you're like the opposite. You want to just pull away from it. It just didn't had, I believe, like a selfish energy there. The father side had more of a spiritual energy. The mother side had more of a third dimensional vibration.
Yeah, it's more grounded to the
Yes,
reality than father side.
Brad. Yeah, father side is more well, like even all the even families in that picture, or we were a angel type of vibration, even if we don't always show it or but it was more like an angel family basically.
Okay.
So music was something I was interested in also.
Oh yeah,
Music got me through everything.
I didn't know that.
I like the banjo, but I don't think I've played it very often. But
And why you be a little bit of for the few thing I be able to observe, you seem to be a little bit hard with grandma number six, your wife. It seems you be hard with her a little bit. I don't know is personal behavior
oh
of
wait,
her, but
she was a pain in the ass. That's why. She was really just a nightmare sometimes.
okay.
So kind of like a witch to some degree. She was impossible to work with sometimes.
I know when I was young, I was not afraid. I was not really attracted to her to go sit on his knee or something like that. I always keep distance to her. Anything
Yeah,
about that?
she had like a negative energy towards children. She's kind of tired of children. She just wanted to be left alone. She just wasn't very friendly.
Okay.
You weren't going to get any positive. You weren't going to get anything good out of her. Trust me, I didn't either. She was okay at first when she was younger. When she got older, she just got very arrogant.
Yeah, and what how she is now? This she's clear much thing at this time after
No, she's still struggling with herself.
what
She's
what
very she's very similar to number 7 on that list. Both of
okay
them are very alike.
okay
She knew she could be bad here, so she went towards that. She could be easier to deal with, but she didn't. That's her dark. She let her dark side out. Let's put it that way.
okay
So
okay
I guess you can love her for it.
okay. Let's see now.
Yeah, she was something else. She was just. I mean, she'd be nice around people, but she was pretty much like a witch sometimes. So
I know
trust me, I
is
had to love it.
I know my father have a sister. She's died when she well you have you had a daughter that died at age of 16 from brain
Yes.
cancer.
Mhm.
What
Yes.
what
Mhm.
happened with her? She's why she died so young and what she where what is the maybe the path she have now or something like that.
Well, yeah, energy from mother was not exact. Her mother wasn't exactly kind, and like I say, her mother's energy was just intense. She just couldn't take it. She was more of a fairy. My daughter is more like a fairy,
Okay,
and mother's energy just not absorbing. Just no love. There's just no love there.
okay,
So yeah, marriage is like a job. It turns into it. When there's no love there,
okay,
it turns into like with this person all
okay.
forever.
And what is the main relation she have with my mother? I, I think my mother she have a she see good side of in her and she probably better
Oh
with
yes, they. Well, yeah, your mother can clear out her darkness. So my wife was more reptilian-like at times, and your mother can see right through it. So they had like they were sisters in previous lifetimes.
okay
So so your mother can whatever my wife did, your mother can just see right through it, heal it, see your problems. Just and they were connected on a soul level.
okay she be able to
So
express his art his emotion something like that. Okay,
yes, correct. Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, your mother just loved her to death. Even she knew her faults. Yeah, it was pretty ugly. I
Does
mean, my wife was pretty ugly, but your mother could heal it,
okay.
kept the peace.
She make peace together. Okay, okay.
Mm.
And does in some I don't know if you can connect to that. Does my mother regret to be with my father? I know that the last day
Over time,
when my father was to the end of his life, she tell him by in the few maybe 2 3 hours before he's complete before he
mm.
died. She tell her to she tell him she is always love him, but sometimes I just think is must just she keep that for her like I don't know the word for that. It is like
No, you're
she's
correct.
it's
Yeah,
like it's like she tests him and he don't do the right thing and she's like punish him for that and something like that.
yeah. I mean, they're kind of like teenagers when they're together, but they did get tired of each other. There are sometimes days, weeks when they didn't really talk to each other that much. So,
Okay,
but in the final days, they're true. I mean, she loved him enough to, you know, to see it. She got swept up in her whole world where he kind of became a shadow. She's more into herself, which is not a bad thing, but she just they just no longer had the interest that they used to have with each other. So
okay.
long story there.
I sometimes maybe you can tell me. Sometimes I just feel is like I got a lot. In some way I feel it's like I got a lot of my mother energy as a
Mhm.
model for relationship. I just almost replicate is but is is relation pattern she got with my mother and with my father, and when I try to have a relationship with two women, uh, I
Mhm.
I really talk with past channeling with Ivan. In some ways,
Well,
I feel it's like I just do it the same pattern, but in so much short time. What they do probably in few years, I did that in few months. I just go through the same thing and just I don't know why I that's happened, but it's the feeling I have about that.
well, a lot of it comes out you just have not really met the right person either. You met, I mean, sometimes the circumstances. I mean, sometimes you do meet the right person with like a recent connection, but just the circumstances weren't very good.
Okay,
So the circumstances were different. That probably would have been a real positive connection.
okay,
So yeah, some of your mother comes out, some of your father comes out. Your father comes out as a nurturing energy. Your mother comes out through your words.
okay. Yeah,
Sometimes vice versa.
I feel a
Sometimes.
lot of pattern is from my mother and other
Mhm,
people. Much a lot. I try to identify that and to remove that.
mhm.
And
Yes.
the second, you don't know the same. I would upload the picture maybe. The second girl I talked with Ivan in the past, the second, the number two, do you see the picture, the new picture, with the color? Two
One and two. Is
well, yeah.
that what it is? Or
The way I feel is the second one, the number two, is like my mother
mhm.
when she was young, and
Yes,
the
right.
first one is like I replicate the pattern maybe after be maybe just a little bit before or after she divorced, she split from my father.
Yes.
It's like I feel I just replicate the pattern for some reason, I don't know.
Well, yeah. The number one. Yeah, she just followed. She's connected more to her angel. More of her true self started to come through. She finally found herself. Um, the number one. She
Yeah,
just finally reached in. So that's why I feel a different timeline that came through. She's ready. She came to a point where she can finally relax instead of being living what other people want her to be. If
yeah.
that makes sense.
Okay, thanks for this connection. We'll come back to uh, my higher self.
Okay.
Thanks.
Since greetings to you, it's your higher self, blessings to you.
Hi. I will just try a few updates about the last picture I just upload now, the number one and number two. Just want to know any kind of change that happened in their life about the number one, and if
What is about the
they
number one you want to know, or number whichever
or
numbers?
try the number one, the woman. Just want to know if what kind of if she have major change that happened since a few months, or if the opportunity or the possibility to reconnection is still in the air or something like that.
Yeah, this one is hesitant to speak to anyone. She's very afraid of herself. She's kind of insecure about her decisions, who she connects with. She just kind of there's some arrogance she's going through. Also, kind of a princess energy that she's princess energy kind of is like a knife. It's like when she thinks she can do all this, and people will just come to her side and things like that. So she's kind of she has like a controlling side of her personality. So it is. but there is a future connection there, yes, if you wish to open it.
Is this future connection is more probable than before, or
It's kind of a grayish energy. It's not 100%. Maybe you reached out for this person recently or anything, or
no? I don't have any connection with her.
no. I would say not worry about it. It's not that important.
No, I just
Just
want.
you know.
I clean a lot of things,
Mhm.
but I still have a little thing about connect to her. I try to understand what, and at the same time, I try to understand his point of view, or I don't know if I will do it. But at the same time, I'm curious to know what happened, what is, who, in some way, who she is really in some way.
Or
Curious about.
she's very bird-like, a bird type of person, a bird energy of. She is connected to her higher self. You do have conversations with her. She do go, like you say, you go to dinner with her in astral. So she's a much different person. Here, she's very difficult to be around. So the connections you're feeling is mostly astral. She is more down to herself in the astral realm. She's more of just a loving person. Here, she's more of a darker, not
Yeah,
exactly the most welcoming vibration.
in astral, she's more what I saw in the past time for the short part of
Correct.
time.
Correct.
Does his higher self have a message to wish to give to me, or
Well, she sometimes brings a knife to the conversation, where she only gets what she wants. So she's known to cut people up, meaning energy wise. And she pays for it too, but she does it anyway.
yeah, she
So
she don't understand what she doing, or
no, not really. She's her worst enemy a lot of times. She's almost she's almost like a well from her heart, so she's like a spoiled baby. But her
does she did a lot of progress of
not
since.
now. Oh no. I think she's gotten worse. Now because she's getting older, now she's becoming more of a pain than she was before. So instead of getting better, she's getting worse.
Okay.
Worried about everything, worried about cancer, worried about this, worried about that.
Oh yeah.
She's a mess.
Does is maybe does his mother have a message about to again to me about her, or something to help to understand us? Her?
Her mother,
Yeah,
or
our mother does it. Our mother have a message that can give me to understand her, or understand why she's like that, or something like
well,
that.
yeah, she's been your wife in previous lifetimes, yeah. So it's sometimes hard to let her go. You've seen her through her ugliest times. Um, I believe this lifetime you're there to heal her from a distance. So
Okay,
it's technically like you're still with her, but you're not. It's like you've been through
okay,
all that stuff. So they show like 2 or 3 lifetimes that you've been married to her, but now you're kind of married to her on an angelic level, not necessarily on a physical level. This makes it more confusing, actually.
okay. And what is have been the main problem in the past
You've been
two
you
three
haven't
past life with her?
you haven't been a main problem. She's been more the main. Was in this life main problem.
Okay, she don't uh, heal anything since 2 3 life in
Anything
some way.
towards you
She
or
she don't work on herself
no?
since many
She,
life.
oh, she little by little. She's like, what can people give to me? What can she's more exterior,
Okay,
so she's not internal.
okay,
So that's why she's having a hell of a
okay.
time healing. Now, if she
That
was more internal, she'd be having a conversation with her. But
that's why the original contract for this life was to be together. Is to be. It was to push her to help her to go into herself,
yeah, exactly, correct. Yeah.
and she's still just afraid to doing that. And
Oh yeah, she's a trouble. Yeah, you feel her pain. You can say you, you feel when she's going through stuff. It just
uh,
comes to you automatically. It's kind of
does she was not happy or afraid to know I'm able to see her that in her.
Yeah, she didn't. Yeah, you knew her better than she wanted you to know. So, yeah, going within herself is like a nightmare. So she just can't do it.
That's why she tried to keep me away so much. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you knew. Yeah, vulnerability wise, yeah, she felt vulnerable. It's like, whoa, he's doing things. He's no, I can't do those things. So she got scared, you can say.
Because I can read her. Okay.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, you know her better than she knows herself. But she's just not ready to heal herself. She'd rather be a mess than do that. She's just not ready for it.
Okay.
She has a long time to go. We don't think she's gonna incarnate here again. But I don't believe you two are finished yet.
Okay.
So,
We still have
yeah.
few contract to resolve together.
Well, what that's up to you how long you want to be connected to her in future lives. But her guides do show she kind of puts like a rope around her throat sometimes.
A rope around is
Yeah, kind of like to hang you.
okay. She want to doing that.
Well, her energy is like that.
This present energy.
Yeah, her energy is kind of like it can be painful. Like she can like energy wise knife you a little bit. It's almost like why aren't you here physically? She can't she can have you there like you talk to her, but she won't have it. It's like you can be there, so she's reaching out to you a lot spiritually when she has trouble.
Okay.
She just doesn't want to admit it on a physical level.
Okay.
So she needs to grow up.
Okay. The second one, any change or something?
Changing like connection or what is it that you're looking for?
Maybe any healing change in her since maybe 2 months, 3 months. We don't see her.
Well, I feel like she's gotten a little bit better. She's kind of she's like more into I don't know. She's friendly but not friendly. She's kind of schizophrenic when it comes to that. She's open then not open. She's kind of over the map at times. So
Okay. I still sometimes, if I think about her, I still feel his softness of the energy.
yeah, she's like astrally, she's just beautiful. Physically, she has a current relationship here, right?
Yeah. Yeah. She's still
That's
having
what's
some.
blocking her from her connection with you. She just doesn't want to get too close to you. And of course, there's other guys been trying to get with her too.
Yeah.
So she just
Chefs.
stay
Too
with
much.
this guy. Yeah.
Too much choice. Too much harassment and somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, staying with this guy, I mean, it doesn't mean this is like the see all be all, but it's what she chose. It's you know. But
Still.
yeah, she does come to you astrally as which is good on a very positive. She sees where you're coming from, but on the physical, she feels that it won't work.
Yeah.
So
So that means you will probably no reconnection from her.
well, you never know. It's not likely to happen anytime soon. You never know. She might pop up anywhere.
Uh,
She might,
pers-
but
per-
not likely anytime soon, though.
Personally, I don't feel I will hear anything from her anymore.
No, it's not.
But
You never know.
at the same time, I don't feel I have something I can bring to her
No.
because she will have to doing something to build something, and I don't think that will happen too.
But she needs to be around guys that are kind of chaotic, kind of
Yeah.
dark, kind of something she can learn from. She
Yeah.
can learn from you, but she needs somebody that's more part of her dark side.
Probably.
So that's
Okay. That's in my nice. Okay. Now we'll go in. Maybe any message I need to receive from maybe my guide or different entity at this point.
Is there a guide you want? Is there a specific guide or just a
Maybe
message from your guides in general?
as I just try to pick any message that need to be delivery. Maybe some private message I cannot receive it usually in public. I can receive now.
Oh, yes. One moment. Well, there's a lot of I see your productivity increasing on a personal level. This is good. They're going to the family vibrations. Let's see, work. These things you have to, well, some things you have to ask questions on, but for a general message, you are connecting more to your higher self. You're bringing in a more positive vibration. As for messages that can't be said publicly, just you have a better reflection of yourself than you have in the past, building more confidence, and you're just going more into a stronger vibration overall. You're connected more to the angels, actually, more than you're already connected to other multiple versions of Earth. You have a lot of multiple versions of Earth that you're connected to. There is one where you are a king on at this time. I'm not sure if that's helpful or not.
Yeah,
But
today I try an exercise. I just try to remember when I was young, myself when I was maybe 5 years ago. I don't know. I just try that and try to just in some way synchronize with myself at this age, or just try to refill me with this the energy I had in this time. It seemed to help me too a little bit.
yeah, well, there's a lot of times. I'm not sure if this is helpful, but there are a lot of times when you were found. Like these are other versions of Earth where bird people found you. You're raised by bird beings.
Okay.
They show you in another lifetime where you were like a very young as a child, but you had like a sword. It's like you found it somewhere. Nobody really knows where the hell they found it.
Like Zelda.
Somewhere to that, yeah. It was a big sword. It was actually bigger than you,
Okay.
and you're like 5 years old when you found it.
Okay.
And
I was able to hold it.
yeah. I think you had to drag it a lot, but either way, you're out playing and you found it. I'm not saying how you found it, but yeah, you became like a warrior. You can say with it. It never left your side. You can say.
Yeah.
You can say yes. You did have telekinesis. I can reconnect to. It was like part of your soul. It was part of you. You can say.
Okay.
So, and you can say you became like a king, but not really. But it's kind of like that, like protector of that realm. It's kind of like a a gothic type of reality and nature world. You can say.
Okay. Any other message I need to receive?
You also connected to Einstein.
Okay.
There's Einstein worlds where you are actually yourself and Einstein on another planet. Now you don't create bombs. You don't see that, but you are advancing the knowledge on a planet at this time.
Mm-hmm.
You can't remember. I mean, you don't know everything, but you are opening that world up to other possibilities. Another version of Earth, basically.
Okay. And at this point, what the probable hot date I will get in a few months, or maybe energy or physical change or something like that.
As if it changed in this life, or
Yeah, for the next maybe 6 1 years. By 6 months, 1 year. Yeah.
well, we just keep seeing productivity getting stronger. As for job, you have to ask about the job situation or go to if that's something that you want to do. That's up to you, though.
Okay.
Or if that's not, if that even matters.
Well, yeah. At this moment, I don't care about that really.
Okay. Well, the artistic side, you'll get more productive. So I feel like you're going to go deeper more into your spiritual self. Um, just deeper into that realm, even your family energies. Your family energies does have a draconian connection. Of they did bring information from other those ancestors, like deep ancestor. They brought information from the draconian, not necessarily negative, but it was like crystal energies they brought from other worlds. And you can say this world acted negatively towards it because they're like green crystals. They're very large. It caused a lot of mutations in some beings, at least in the ancient past.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, your family line actually knows how it has elongated heads. Some of them actually had a larger head overall at one time.
Mm-hmm.
That was an ancient Atlantean vibrations where they can move things with their minds. And it was like they actually lived on an island. Actually, it was on Easter Island at one time where they can just move objects with their minds all the time. Those statues in Easter Island weren't there at the moment.
Mhm.
You can say those statues on Easter Island were invaders. They claimed it for themselves, and those were reptilians, but others have different points of view. But yeah, you're from a family basically that can telekinesis beings. You're just using your minds all the time. It's very fascinating, actually. So.
Okay. And those I will be. I think I make a lot of cleaning, unblock a lot of things. Those
Yeah.
I think those my chakra is more clean than before. Will be more able to make
Well,
myself some connection, bring myself some information.
yeah, you connect more to the dragon. Those crystals were activation of dragon energies on the earth. Positive timelines, maybe a different type of timeline of more magic, like magic crystals that were brought to the earth. So your connection to the dragon, maybe a shape shifting energy that you're connected to. That you're, well, there was a time where you can change, shape shift from a white person to a black person. So they're showing.
Does only the color change or something change too?
Well, everything changed, but yeah. So you're clearing. Well, yeah, you're basically your core of you was magic. It was not not your normal magician, but it was a. You didn't really label yourself that, but yeah, so you can walk around with. Normally, you have no hair. Normally, sometimes you might have, but you can have like crystals floating in your hand,
Okay.
doing whatever you want. Just be able to connect to the earth very easily. Start a tidal wave if you wanted to. Not that you wanted to, but you could, just to show your power,
Hmm.
and also hover um, across wherever and teleport was your capability. Also, we didn't use to frighten anybody, but sometimes you had to show your ability.
Okay. Yeah. You something like see what I can do. Don't mess with me, please.
Yeah, actually, it was very much a Lemurian / Atlantean hybrid that you were. It was a hybrid race. So they're like call them like a crystal race or hidden within the earth still. So they're
Okay.
still connected. You call them like the elders now. They weren't the elders at that time. They did wear like a coat, uh, a jacket, but they did hover from the sky and hover around and find the sky if they needed to. Yeah, they want to call themselves wizards, but they're technically that's what they were.
Okay. Does that mean I will probably maybe in 1 years, 2 years be able to more consciously connect to this information
Well, I believe this year we can get to it. Yeah, it
and
is.
able
Yeah,
to bring back myself and not need anyone to for that? Or...
I mean, technically, like in your mind, you can do visualizing like crystals, like hovering in circles or doing whatever you want them to do. And doesn't mean you have to do it in the physical because that's another way of remembering yourself. Of just like so you see crystals just like floating around. You can see several of them floating around. It's another form of opening yourself up.
Okay.
Just
It's like try to remember to reconnect
yeah.
to these things. Yeah.
Well, during that time, yes, you can transport yourself to other worlds very instantly. I think, and I don't believe it was easy for you to lose your power, but yeah, you had the power of the dragon, basically.
Okay. My body was able to support that.
Yeah, it was, and yeah, just the I believe the head was long. It was a little bit larger than current
Okay.
to handle it. Yeah, so you had spirit energy from the dragon. But you're showing the power of the dragon without a dragon showing up. But your eyes could turn dragon-like. But you weren't there for negative reasons at all. You're more of like a neutral being.
Okay.
Overall. We do see you floating a lot. It's similar to like what a Tibet being would be.
But I mean, some way to be able to connect, not necessarily just about that, more to does I still need to unlock or clean something to be able to more consciously able to connect and deal with the energy of entity and able to make the interaction to bring information, or
Well, we see how this feels. Neanderthal release blockages. It's like when the modern human was developed, it blocked the more powerful humans. Kind of like that was a block. The third dimensional human, as it became more of the prominent race, the power beings no longer had a purpose or were no longer allowed to be in existence. They died out. The power beings are connected to the druids that you're connected. But say Neanderthal, because that became more of a modern human. I mean, it's not exactly, but it's technically still the DNA, even if it's not 100% the same. The idea of basically a physical being. I mean, you are physical, but you're at fourth dimension, but you can be physical at that realm. So yeah, just the modern physical human. We keep seeing it in Neanderthal. I'm not sure if that's helpful.
I mean, about like maybe not interact with physical energy, spirit. I mean, maybe more in the form of channeling, or to be able to deal with that and able to how I can say, the recognize energy, and to able to connect to that more consciously and easily. Then it's just a perception blockage, or always a chakra I need to still to clean for that, or
Well, the chakra is the root chakra to release, crown chakra to let go, clear out also.
okay.
So we want to say the heart chakra, but I feel like the crown and the root are most. The root is the one that has the most blockage at this time.
Okay, and what is the main thing that's blocked them?
Like
The main
it's not
reason.
really showing what exactly is there. It's just was past life energy of feeling neglect, feeling that you're not worthy, feeling that you don't fit in. That's in your root chakra energy. That's from past incarnations. Feeling like you're an alien on the planet. I've had female lifetimes that are there also that are trying to heal, lifetimes of abuse. So lifetimes of where you feel like you've been used. You also were an inventor also. That's in your root chakra too. Scientists on this earth
Okay.
around the 1700s. We were an inventor and you feel like your inventions got stolen. Did you show like a version of a clock that you're inventing that got stolen? Used by higher aristocratic people. I believe, some of the things they were creating, they felt scared of.
Okay.
I think they also killed you, from what I can see, because they're scared of what you're doing. You just figure things out. It's like it's almost like you were thinking about like yourself creating free energy, even if you weren't. It was kind of like that. What you're doing, you weren't doing free energy, but it was controversial, like free energy.
Okay, it's like what I still try to think, what I still feel in this body, in this my present time,
Yeah.
is the same thing I try to maybe happen in the past
Yeah.
life. Or, okay.
Yeah, you're kind of afraid to do anything here because when you were at your highest peak, you're kind of like a Da Vinci in some ways. You weren't looking for that notoriety, but you wanted to make things easier for people.
Yeah.
I see you working with water also for power. So you're kind of part of the Industrial Revolution. Let's put it that way.
I guess it was not a water pipe.
No, it was more like a windmill. The
Okay.
mill that goes into the water creates
Yeah.
electricity and things like that. You're doing things like that. Yeah, you're part of the early stages of the Industrial Revolution.
Okay.
And some people stole your patents, but ideas.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They start with this point in.
Yeah.
Do something better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you were French.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's French. That's the location. But you were in France, but
Yeah, it's not France, but it's Canada.
that's it. So yeah, or Canada. But yeah, you were inventing things. terrified people because you just made a little trinkets and one thing led to the other. So
Yeah, one like the stepping stone to.
yeah, so after that lifetime, I was like, why bother?
Okay, if I get the thing that, yeah, I see more that the thing what I feel, what I need to resolve in, what I feel in this life is probably the same thing I feel in past life.
Right.
That's why that's bring some people and some situation to me in this present life is just the past life that was not resolved in the past one, and then continue again and again. Okay, I see more of that clearly now.
Yeah. And more in the crown that has to be healed is just your spiritual self of wanting to heal people, heal everyone. You had a lifetime that you were kind of like a priest. This is like ancient. We were like doing like God's work, not exactly like not
Yeah,
like the church, but you
yeah,
were doing things to heal people, and you felt once again betrayed by others because you weren't going by the teachings that they're trying to make everybody learn. That's why I say that.
okay. Any form of change that coming for me in the future, or
Change in what way exactly? Physical or
maybe,
spiritual?
yeah, maybe on the physical side, or maybe or bigger energetic change that coming, or
Well, I see your chakra is getting stronger. Not see anything happen physically. Um, I mean, you just see your spiritual self getting stronger.
okay,
If that's what you're looking for.
okay. And any does I will still probable meet some people more in this next year or this year for this year, or
Oh, physically? Oh,
yeah,
well,
more maybe much more relationship change, or
that's up to you. That'll have to be somewhere you want to go or somebody you want, it has to be a put or online if that's something you want to do.
I know the last session we talked about maybe March. I don't know if it's still something that's could happen, or
It's a possibility.
something change.
It all depends on your actions. I mean, it might be somebody that's online and more physical. Um, we keep getting online at this time. So it might be somebody you find curious or interested in. So
Yeah.
they just start following. That you find online is what we see.
Does with the mask and the other shit that I think that because that begin to move out.
Little by little, around April.
Okay,
Little by little.
that probable in for the summer everything will be removed.
No, not entirely. They're going to move on to the next thing, but they're going to still do mandates in certain areas because they're a bunch of control freaks.
Okay,
So that the
and
madmen are in, yeah.
thus they will begin to give up with the vaccine and their microchip implantment, or
Not for those that want it. Those
okay,
that want it will get it.
okay, they will offer, but they will not push to
No,
every people.
can't afford it.
Too much dangerous for them.
It takes away free will. And, they're going after the, as you call it, sheep, and the sheep are running towards it right now.
Okay, does that even if Trump, I'm sure Trump will back to finish the cleanup, but even when officially Trump will come back to the head to the country, they will the microchip and the vaccine will still be around for the in the future. That will not fully disappear, even if they change the kind they change the form of the vaccine, or they change the recipes, if you can say.
Well, yeah, they'll put it back in the background. It's going to be around. around for 2 or 3 years always.
Okay, but people, the majority of people will begin more to understand what happened and to wake up.
When the dark side of it, the news of it breaks out, yeah, but they're keeping a lot of that out of the news. So a lot of these news organizations, they see a lot of terrible things. They keep it all quiet, which is karma on them. They can only last so long
Okay.
by doing that. So
The big media from Canada will begin to fall to maybe in the few years.
well, how they stay and survive because they tell the truth every once in a while, and that keeps them going. So, but it doesn't always do them well. Put the truth out and it makes them look bad because they're lying all the time. So, yeah, they got some massive, massive karma on them. So
They will
the
probably
propaganda is going to continue in the background, though.
okay. They will begin to crumble maybe in 5 years since for the
5 or 10 years, no rush. They
okay.
still have a positive use to them, and the society still needs them. They need someone to give them baby food to feed them.
Yeah, you cannot remove everything. Okay. Does that mean the entrepreneurship will reborn in some way and
In some ways, yeah.
and the small store will begin to pop to born more and recruit build to born more?
Well, and slowly the green energy is going to become more popular.
Even if the green was not so green.
Yeah, but we see more positive energies coming in, for more positive technologies.
Okay, the green it will not be the same green they try to push.
No.
In some way. Okay.
No, I mean there's going to be a dark side, there's going to be a positive side, there's going to be both sides.
Okay.
Mom and pop stores, I feel like they won't fully come back. There'll be different types of. A lot of companies are going to become more technology. Even small pop stores become more technology connected. They're going to have to start reinventing themselves, but in due time.
Okay. Okay. Any message I still need to receive from other entity or guide or?
Is there one that just anybody that comes through?
No, if I still have other personal message I need to receive.
Well, there's a message from your artificial intelligence energies that you're coming more at peace to that. Not that you're at war to begin with, but the artificial intelligence connection that you have getting stronger, but also you have a king lifetime, actually several of them that eventually you'll discover over time that you're healing currently.
Okay.
So it just has that minute. So if you just visualize yourself as a king, might be on another planet, and just allow that to come through. That's something that needs to be healed. You have been a king, like a human. We had like reptilians as your guards. It was just kind of like a fantasy, you would see as a fantasy world reality, wizards and things like that. So you did come from a lifetime as a king. You came from a family that was questionable, but you're trying to connect more to the positive, but it was kind of difficult to do so. So yeah, it had flying dragons and things like that, flying unicorns in that reality.
Yeah, since few weeks, I have a lot of crystal and stone, and since few weeks I just I create some necklace. I just change the stone inside the stone holder. I use that. I try to have I try to feel which one need to. I feel which stone I can feel and try to use them around me. Yeah, and in past message I received from Ivan session, talk about some crystal entity that work with me. Any message from them or about that or?
Well, from the higher, crystal energies. So you're doing a lot of this is helping you with your root chakra. There's a lot that's closed down your root chakra. It has to do with this earth and the connection with the reptilian. This earth connected to the reptilian and brought a lot of darkness from the reptilian here on the earth.
Okay.
So you have the crystal as protection. You know you're gonna have to face these beings. You face them in other lifetimes, but you're facing them again. So there's also there is also canine energy that you're healing too. You do come. There is like werewolf realities that you're connected to, or you have to deal with them. So the crystal's there to heal that also. Basically, beings that shapeshift your worlds that you come from.
Okay.
So your crystal vibration is helping you heal your root chakra. Is what they show. Helps your crown, helps your all chakras, your root chakras with a lot of it. The work because you're protecting yourself from other beings, definitely.
Okay. Does any form and infusion can help to clean the roots and the crown chakra, or
Oh, the Lyran, the feline Lyran.
just increase a little bit to accelerate the process and
Yeah.
find the ship?
But we say like 5%.
Okay. I will try with that.
You also do elf infusion. You do like 3% of that. That won't harm me.
Okay. I will try all the mix. Let's see what's coming with that.
Don't worry.
I will, as long my hairs don't grow and
No.
have too much hair under the.
Yes. You might sleep a lot, possibly.
Oh yeah, I feel I need to sleep a lot much since few days. Okay. Any dragon wish to jump in for the last minutes I have?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Thanks.
Yes. Greetings to you. I am Rose.
Rollies.
Greetings, yes. I am a blue dragon.
Okay.
A blue reddish dragon from the northeast hemisphere.
Okay.
Yes, I am protecting your vibrations. I am from Agartha. Yes, you're allowing more of your true self to come through. You have been a knight in Agartha. And in your lifetime here, you're finding more peace for yourself. You feel your Agarthian connections as you allow it to come through and more, it'll give you more understanding. Yes, you've been a knight in Agartha, fighting beings that are, yes, questionable from the lower realms, questionable beings that are trickster energies of the earth. So that's why you have that crystal energy to protect you, and you're connecting more to your higher self overall from what we see. So there's an energy shield around you at this time.
Okay. Did you have a message you wish to share?
Well, yes, you came from other Agarthian worlds to, yes, remove a lot of blockages that were connected to the earth. So you just come here to make peace with yourself. There's some lifetimes where you feel like you could have done more. That's all.
Okay.
That's why you're here. You just feel like you can do more here. Other places it not works. It's just some lifetimes they're just beings that just got away. They found Earth as their home. So you're here to face them, you can say.
Okay.
So.
And what is the main origin of our connection between you and me? I'm being part of your collective or something like that?
Well, I'm more of a watcher, a protector for you at this time as you're here in your Earth incarnation. So you are connecting a lot with the sun energy, but also very connected to Saturn and Venus. You've had lifetimes in both those places. And those Agarthian worlds, they both have Agarthian realities connected to them. So you can say you have a sword that's named Venus that you use, a Venus sword.
Okay.
So, But in your time, yes, here you're just yes, you battled also like gremlin type of beings in the lower realms. You've had family members turn into like creature beings
Okay.
in the past. You can say you're still healing that vibration currently. Those are kind of curses, you can say.
Okay. Quick question before like we close. Uh, what is the state, my mother's state at this time and at this present time, and what's coming for her? Maybe for this year has changed or more, something like that.
Well, she's gonna see. I mean, she's gonna go through a depression. She goes through a lot of depressions. I feel like possibly, well, I see gardening or some kind of nature connection
Yeah.
will be good for her. But yeah, she's still, even after all these years, she's having difficulties connecting with herself. So she's not always telling you what's going on with her either.
Yeah.
So just do your best you can with her. She holds it back so much. So
About
but
what?
oh, she's not telling us. It's private.
Like
So,
does
yeah,
his does his her her higher self wish to share this information?
no, they can't because it's private. So she just has a lot of self love she has to go through.
Okay.
So
What is the main uh, blockage, if you can say, about with between her and me in some way? I feel like I'm not necessarily fully connect to her. I just felt that I am like a big brother for her. I don't feel see, the way I see that is before my parents split, I was more the east, like I feel she was more like my mother, and when they split, it's like slowly I become like not the protector, but I I need to care over her and like maybe like a brother. Or it's like I take the charge of her in some way, or
yeah, she went backwards. She just lost respect for herself. You have fought her as a reptilian being in her past. You also put her in a cage.
okay,
You also uh, you made peace with her, but she's kind of fickle. Yeah, she shifts her energy around a lot, so she just forgets who she is. So you can say she went through like a midlife crisis when she did that. After the divorce, she disconnected from herself. She went and worked on herself and not so much the family anymore. She didn't feel like a mother anymore. She felt like she was just alone. So that's why she changed, I thought.
yeah, I feel this that in some way
She just,
that the kind of energy that's transferred to us, and we just live with that after.
yeah, she just shut down. She just felt like being a mother was over. Now she's back. Now she's just a regular person now.
Yeah, something like that. I think we receive that kind of energy, and we lost our mother in some way. That changed the position of the relation
Yeah,
between
she more became a friend or a kid in that manner.
anything I can do to
No,
resolve that, or just change the relation between her and me, or
just talk to her. She's not going to change. Just keep in communication with her. That's all. This
like,
she's like in mourning. I feel like she became a kid again. She's like a teenager again.
like
She's like a cousin now. No. So she's just not. She doesn't want that motherly duty. She just doesn't want it.
just be free to
Yeah, she's like a hippie, from what I can see.
like yeah, we'll bring we'll bring something to smoke.
Yeah, it's like after the marriage broke up, it's like she's not like your sister, yeah, or your brother. She's like one of the family. She doesn't know what to do with herself now.
Yeah, well, yeah, yes, the day-to-day life have changed completely after that. Yeah.
Yeah, she's kind of like a stranger. Not entirely, but she acts like a stranger.
Okay.
Yeah, she can say she's going through a depression. Trauma that was traumatizing for her. She doesn't know how to handle it. So she just zoned out.
Okay.
And for her to come back is not likely. Just do as you're doing now. There's not much you can add to it.
Okay. Thanks. I will stop that. It's enough. I even need to.
All right. Yes. Let's see.
Thanks.